There are 3 skills that every footballer needs to master to take their game to the next level. If you focus on these 3 things, then you will improve your game and stand out from the competition. So let's break it down. First, and most importantly, is your ball control. Ball control is the foundation that you build off of with everything that you do as a footballer. But although it looks so simple, there are very few at the highest level even that can control the ball regardless of the situation or the conditions. Controlling the ball under pressure is something that almost every footballer struggles with. It takes a lot of work, but building your confidence under pressure is so important to focus your training on. So for you, what can this look like? If you're in the off season or you don't have somebody to go out with, you can simply go out, find a wall, get a ball, and just practice pinging the ball off the wall and controlling the ball under different situations. Work on pinging the ball in quickly to your foot, to your thigh, to your chest. Being able to control the ball under these various situations is extremely important, as when you look at a football match, it's never perfect, it's never ideal. There's always passes coming in that aren't what you expect or what you want in that situation. So putting as much pace as you can on passes and training that touch under pressure can help you to improve. Now, additionally, if you're in team training, you should be demanding more from your teammates. Demand that your teammates play it in with more pace. When you're in training, that's the time to focus and to improve. So make sure that you're demanding more of your teammates, and your teammates should be demanding more of you. Second, it's so important to focus on your instincts. Now, instincts are natural, but there are things that you can do to improve them and to have these better instincts under high pressure in games. Now, you need to play with instinct because in high level, high pressure moments in games, you're not going to have the time to think about every single individual action. You need to be able to go out and you need to have prepared in training, whether that's team training or individually. You should have put the time and the effort into developing that first touch, getting your head up and scanning the field. So mastering the ball through all of this training will allow you, when you get into games, you don't have to focus on the fundamentals. You don't have to think about how you're going to control a ball. Your body will naturally react and do that for you. And the good news is, the more that you play, the more you will develop these instincts. So really the solution is to get out and play under whatever circumstances you can. But as a coach, my favorite way to train instincts is getting my team together and playing small-sided games. On a large pitch, there's a lot of space to work with, but if you can get your training in these smaller situations, 5 aside in a 20 by 30 yard space, or whatever the numbers in the space is, training in smaller areas with less space and less time is going to force your body and your mind to improve those instincts and that ability to deal with pressure. So if you notice that you're improving, you're playing these small-sided games, naturally that should carry into an 11-a-side game. If you can make your training more difficult than an actual game by giving yourself less touches, less space, less time, you should be able to go out there in that match and really take advantage of the additional resources that you now have available. And lastly, this is one that I don't hear talked about a lot, but training your fascia. Now, what is fascia? Well, it's a connective tissue that surrounds all of your organs and all of your muscles. And very importantly, it minimizes the risk of injury. Injury damages and ruins so many footballers' careers. So if you train your fascia, you can give yourself the best opportunity to not deal with major or minor injuries. So importantly, how do you train it? Putting a focus on dynamic stretching, using multi-directional movements like leg swings or multi-directional lunges can help you to stimulate your network and improve the elasticity while warming your body up for competition. Foam rolling is also a great way to address tight fascia and will give you increased flexibility. If you look at professional players like Bruno Fernandes or Cristiano Ronaldo, you'll see that they very rarely miss games. And while some people might want to say that it's all genetics, you can look at their training to understand why that's the case. Specifically with Cristiano Ronaldo, there are so many situations where we see Ronaldo turning down Coke or talking about his diet, or other professionals saying how crazy he takes his fitness, but everything he's doing is to keep his body in peak condition. He's not putting poor things, poor nutrition into his body. He's always going and doing active recovery with foam rolling, with saunas, with cold plunges. He's doing everything he can, improving his fascial network, his muscles, and everything else that goes into being a professional athlete. So keep in mind that injury prevention is so important for your performance, as getting even a minor injury for a couple weeks can set back your progress for months. So taking steps to improve your fascia is extremely important. Now, since you made it this far, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, which of these 3 things do you need to improve on the most? And as always, make sure you like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.